We are the Big Stand at Howick College.
I decided to join this committee because bullying's been something that's affected my entire life, and I just want an opportunity to make a change in our school so people feel safe.
Because I've been bullied and it was about time that I stood up for myself and my peers.
Because my friends were being bullied and I didn't want to see them go through that.
I joined the Big Stand because I thought it was a really cool group full of passionate people about stopping bullying.
I joined the Big Stand because not only did I think I could make a difference, but I believed that a whole group would change the school overall.
I joined the Big Stand because I wanted to make the school a safe place for everyone to come.
I joined the Big Stand because I knew in this committee I would have a voice and I would be listened to.
I joined the Big Stand because I believe it's okay to voice an opinion, and joining something like this helps students believe that too.
I think that schools don't want to acknowledge the fact that there is a problem in their school, and they don't want the community to notice that there's a problem.
Teachers haven't really been successful in it, so it's hard for them to tackle it in such a big way as we're doing, because it takes a change in the minds of the students, not just a growl from a teacher.
In school, teachers' priorities is often teaching, so they just want to get things out of the way.
I think as well that teachers don't always understand the problems. When they were at school, there was no such thing as cyberbullying and things like that.
Last year I wasn't in the campaign, I was in the audience, and I found myself sitting there because the topic was what's a joke and what's bullying. I found myself thinking, oh no, I made these jokes to all these people, but was I actually, did they take it seriously? Was I actually affecting them? And I think this is just a clear example of people did get thinking in that assembly, and it really did help raise awareness.
We know that people have this side where we have a moral conscience, so we're kind of compelled to help other people. So in these assemblies, people are sitting there and they're realizing that that this is wrong, and that there's kind of that moral side of you that stands up and says, no, I have to do something about this. So instead of tolerating it, people start sort of stopping to accept it, and we kind of engage that nature rather than the side of people that just wants to move other people.
If nobody laughed, they would think, oh, nobody's even paying attention to me, nobody finds it funny that I'm teasing someone else. They don't want it to happen, so maybe I should just stop because it's not funny in the first place.
Teachers are very textbook about things when it comes to bullying. Like they go, alright, who's bullied you? And then you mention the name of the bully gets really mad, and then so they have to sit by a table. It's just you, the teacher, and the bully. The bully's secretly trying to plan what to do after he leaves the meeting, but then in reality you're feeling really gutted because, oh, I've stepped up, but I know the bully's going to do something to me after the teacher's not there. So basically the bully puts on a second face where he's like, I'm sorry, but in reality when we leave this meeting I'm going to beat you up.
Teachers can't really do much about bullying. They can do the whole textbook thing, which is when they sit them down, but there's not really much they can do after that. They can get an apology, or they could just leave the situation. But then if they let it happen, the bully's just going to keep bullying, and if they do help, it's going to make it worse for the person who told, because the bully's going to bully them for being a snitch or something.
They don't understand how hard it is for our generation to be bullied and deal with it.
I don't think bullying can even be stopped. Like all the other issues in the world, you can't fully stop war. Somehow there's always remnants of something else that's always going on. Just by talking about it, even just mentioning it, people are like, oh, bullying. It's something. Talk about it. Do something.
Listen more to their peers and people their age than older people, like the teachers.
So as students, we have a much better idea as to what types of bullying are out there. And a teacher turns around and says, that's not okay. You don't always want to believe them. It's not cool to listen to the teachers. But if your friend turns around and says to you, wow, that was really not okay what you just said, you're so much more likely to listen to your friends than you are a teacher who's telling you off.
At the moment, bullying is the white elephant in the room. No one wants to talk about it. And it's always going to be that way in some places, and you're never going to get rid of that problem
But what we're doing is trying to make it people aware of it and not make it the white elephant in the room.
You have to start somewhere into making it manageable. And so at Howick College we started the big stand, and that's our first step, and we do this by raising awareness.
People will often follow the crowd, and sort of bullying's kind of become the crowd now. So having the student lead means that we form a new crowd who can stand up and say no.
We also have a better idea of how it feels, and so as students it's better for us to lead because we have a better impact.
This campaign is something that I'm sure all of us believe in, and that's why we all back it up, because we know that if we believe in something that we'll be able to make a change in our school.
We voice our own opinions, and our own opinions form what happens around the school. We see our ideas come to life not for us but for the well-being of others.
With our campaign, it's kind of like starting off the domino effect. They will start telling somebody else, who will keep telling their friends, and it'll just spread around the whole school, and eventually, might not be this year or even the next year, but eventually it'll start.
Last year we really cracked down on the Facebook page that we had set up, and we released a music video for the song that Walker and McCann sung, and we kind of put it on the Facebook page, and we got a lot of messages after that from people all around New Zealand, like really wanting to get behind the big stand, asking if they could bring it to their school, and could we send them videos and things like that, could we teach them how to bring it to their school, and I think that was a really good response as well.
For the assemblies, you'd sort of walk around school and you'd hear people singing it, and it got stuck in people's heads, so hopefully like the message that we put across with it also got stuck in people's heads.
You got to hear like a few people talking about it, and a few of the comments you heard was like, oh, have you heard that Big Stand song? They didn't really know who sung it, but then once like they actually went and found out through other sources, and I reckon that's how Big Stand even spread throughout the school more.
After our assembly last year, we handed out ribbons to people who really wanted to take a stand, and if they accepted it, they took the ribbons.
You still see students around today, a year later, walking around with the ribbons on their bags or still on their tops. And it shows that they really support the big stand, and I think it's a good idea.
In the gym we have these 3 big panels, and all of them are the handprints of everyone who decided they want to help take a stand. And the 3 boards are full of blue and black handprints, which just show that people are committed and they are responding.
It's like their pledge that they're going to try and stop bullying.
And out there we know like we're actually helping someone out there.
We're aiming for people to become conscious of the things we say and the things we do, and the effect that has on other people.
We hope to inspire others to make a change.
Let people know that they're not alone and they can ask for help if they need to.
I think the questions that people should be asking us is not, do you have bullying at your school, but what do you do about bullying at your school? And the big stand is what we do about bullying at our school.
I first joined the group, which was last year. I didn't enjoy it by myself. I joined with my friend now, and somebody isn't here right now. But yeah, we joined. We didn't really know what we were getting involved with. We just knew that we wanted to make a change. And I guess it was that mentality of us thinking, oh, hey, should we go? Should we get involved in changing the school, that actually made me think that we can make a change around bullying.